Alright, we're ready with setup, so I'm going to say Tricrow, enjoy, and good luck.
So I'm surprised BSG let XCOM 2 twice on this marathon, but it's crazy how that works. This is SteamWorld Heist. It's a great little game. You may be more familiar with SteamWorld Dig because that's the platformer one and people care about that more. This is more of a 2D turn-based strategy, cool thing. I enjoy it. The whole casual percent is the fact that we're going to be playing on casual difficulty as opposed to elite difficulty, you know, the hard one. So time starts when I press go, so, or okay. So shall we do a small countdown? So,
Okay,
Definitely.
yeah.
Three,
3,
2,
2, 1, go!
Alright, so the first thing we do is skip the cutscene, which is always a good thing to do in a game, and that looks worrying. Oh, no, okay, we're good. So that was just a little bit slower than I'm used to going through that thing. Okay, so this is very much a game which is as fast as you can input. The faster I can input buttons, the faster this game will go. There'll be this little boarding sequence here, which is a little bit predetermined, but it's going to be as fast as we can go. So, all the dialogue boxes in this game and all the animations are skippable, and it's pretty cool in that way. So here's one of our first enemies. It's a angle shooter, so basically if I screw up my shots, that's purely due to my fault, unlike other certain games in series like XCOM, where it's like a 79% chance to hit and I still miss.
I thought you meant Darkest Dungeon.
Oh, yeah, that too.
I was just going to mention Darkest Dungeon and just ask, what similarities does this game share with Darkest Dungeon? Because I'm sure there are a few.
Well, we're in space, and we have characters, and the characters are really cool. And we finished our first mission, yay! Ooh, we filled up. Okay, so, there's experience, and they level up.
Sounds good, sounds
Yeah, there's guns, and there's a gun in Darkest Dungeon. More of a flintlock pistol, but you know. Well, at the very beginning, we have more, we'll get more laser tech later on. We're going to go to our first bar here. All the different levels in this game are sort of done by instances that, you know, and, okay, we missed the bar. So essentially, we talk to the guy, and we can right-click out the dialogue straight away to instantly, and we found a gun, sweet, so we can equip that to the guy. So in this type of mission, we have to kill 3 special dudes. There's always an objective to the mission, and there's always a, I hate saying this, but there's an epic swag I can collect in the mission, which is what it's called in-game, unfortunately. Nice, headshot, sweet. The aim of this mission is to, as I mentioned earlier, kill the 3 dudes. I'm going to just delay my turn there a second, just so I can have him in a better position. If I, okay, he's right next to TNC, so he's gonna just die a little bit there. Okay.
Just a little.
Just a little, just a little. So what do you guys think of this game so far? It looks pretty cool, am I right?
It looks pretty high-paced.
It's visually very impressive, but I was going to ask, is there a story behind what we're doing
yeah.
here?
If we finish too much underestimate, that I can view the whole cutscenes going through here. Currently, we are with Piper and Piper and her crew. Piper is the one I'm shooting with right now. I missed. Cool, I shot off his hat though. That's the important part. Nice. So, okay, and we finished the mission. Yeah. So, yeah, we are with Piper. This game is split into 3 different sections. The first little sections are with some pirates and such, what's the thing? Yeah, they're all like, oh, we're gonna rebel against everyone because we don't like anyone, and they're like the scrappers and they kill everybody, sort of thing. Yeah. And we think that's bad because they keep pillaging the bars and such, so that's not good. What we're doing here is a mission early, so we shouldn't... Okay, that's a weapon I don't usually get. We shouldn't actually be doing this mission. We should go back to the bar usually and pick up the extra person, but we're doing this with 2 people instead of 3. It's not too bad doing it with 2 though. Especially since there's this gun, I'm kind of curious how it works. I haven't seen every single firearm in the game yet. Usually different characters will have different weapons they'll be able to use. Okay, it seems like just a simple shot pistol thing. So that's simple enough. I'm doing a thing where I'm standing right next to the doors before I enter them. That means I can basically use... So we have 2 actions in this game, sort of like XCOM style. Oh, that's a terrible place to stand. But I'm going to ricochet my bullets to kill the guy there. Hey! And it's sort of just trying to find the right angle as fast as I can. The aim of this mission is to destroy the generator, so this is somewhat a little bit pointless stuff I'm doing here, but it's just clearing out a few enemies just so they don't take their turns and actions.
It's very interesting that you mentioned about the sort of the speed that you can go at, the sort of actions per second sort of thing, because the pace of this is very, very rapid indeed.
Yeah, it's very fun to play through. I'd say it's definitely one of the quickest and more challenging skill-based games I've played. That's unfortunate. One of the characters got a can't move, so that means they can't move. Huh. So sometimes you can get crippled in the game, and that means I can't move with him. The guy on the right there also has a payback ability, which means every time he gets hit, he does slightly more damage on the next shot. We're also, as I mentioned, we're playing on casual descent, so that means all the enemies are a little bit weaker, they deal slightly less damage, and they have terrible aim. So, hey, don't worry, XCOM hasn't left us quite yet. Any more questions so far? I've sort of just been rapid firing through things, and I've probably missed a point as I've gone through it.
You said you skipped getting a 3rd guy. Do we get any 3rd guy eventually?
Oh yeah, we do get around 5 or so people in the game. There's one person we pick up in the next area, which is beautiful froggy boy. He's called Payroll, and as an accountant, I really enjoy payroll. Alright. Yeah, he is actually called Payroll. Can you guess why? Well, you'll see why, and I'll ask if you can tell the pun later on. So far, we have Seabrass and we have Piper. Can you tell the puns are really apparent in this run? Because Piper is pipes, brass. No. Anyway.
I'm getting the impression it doesn't take itself entirely 100% seriously.
Well, it has a bit of fun with its naming patterns, as it were. I'm also doing bad with menuing, and we can put the health on you. So now we've got 3 characters going through it. Well, there's also a few random drops we can go through. The random drops will give us more guns. As we progress through the game, we'll just get better guns going through. This is actually one of the... it's either this one or the next one, which is one of the more difficult missions. Mainly because... I think it's the next one, actually. Mainly because there's a particular enemy type that means I can't actually walk through them. And that means I can get blocked off and I can't just run through the enemy, essentially. I'm going to move this guy over here.
So I do have a question regarding your favourite thing. What role does RNG play in this particular run?
Oh, right. So RNG is a beautiful thing that everyone should love and everyone should have in their run. So all the layouts are slightly different in this game, except some of them stay this. Well, there's like a preset loadout. It'll sort of be like this per mission, but it can be slightly different. So all the missions here I'm slightly having to work out as I'm going through them. I know there'll always be, like, you see that sort of door right there? That means the epic swag will always be behind that door right there.
Epic swag.
Yeah, it's the name of the game, and it's alright. The place where I'm going away, like this thing, sometimes it's always the same, so sometimes that's guaranteed. And sometimes it's more a bit random. What I'm doing here is I'm clearing up the other guys, so this guy has... we basically don't have to sit through the other guys' animations. To finish a mission, we have to go to the green boarding point right there.
I do have to say that the ambience here, the environmental effects and the sound effects, etc., are very, very good.
Oh, all the music design in this is really nice.
Really enjoyed it.
I'm glad, man. It's good.
Seeing this game for the first time, I mean,
Yeah,
it all ties together really well.
Me too, really enjoying it actually. It's always nice to see something fresh.
Yeah, okay. So, I'm actually, the mission tells us to go to the bar immediately, but I'm not actually going to go there straight away. I'm going to do this mission first. That's because we will have to do this mission anyway. And also in the bar, there's a guy we can pick up. That will be the next guy we pick up. He has a requirement, so most people will have some sort of requirement to recruiting them. This one is he'll need a certain amount of stars, and we'll have enough stars to do it after this mission. So we're just going to wait. Ooh. Actually, go over here. We're going to wait until we finish this mission first. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, I equipped a weapon that just gives me 2 shots, and I didn't expect it.
Now, you mentioned the music earlier on. Does each level have its own theme, or was there just a sort of pool of music, or how does it
there's
generally
battle
work?
music. I can't remember offhand right now how different the music is per level. I swear it is different, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. This is the battle music. It might just be the battle music for this area, but we have to go through all that. That's fine. And I'll send this guy up here as well. To deal with that. I don't think I can get a shot from where I am. No, I can't, so I'll just move forward. Sorry. Yeah, this is the generic battle music. I can't think of any other music track off the top of my head. Oh, sweet. Maybe I can get... Sweet. I hit an explosive there and was able to ricochet a shot on the explosive to the guy as well, killing him as well.
Nice.
Which was nice. And I haven't been blocked by any of these guys with that big shield there, so that's really nice. And this is my last movement. So I just have to pick up these 2 more bits of swag to be able to finish the mission and get end here. And we're finishing the mission there.
Is it actually called swag in game?
Yes.
Nice.
See,
So
you can see.
So the game doesn't really take itself real seriously. XCOM had randomized level names. Is it here? Is it the same here?
They aren't randomized level names, but they do have level names, and we do go fight the Queen and the Monarchy later on. So this is perfect for the British only stream. Thank you for being British, Satanic Nerd.
I mean, you asked me for help for English earlier on.
Yeah,
So.
you're a great help. I should ask you for help for maths as well.
Yes, you should.
Okay, so this is the guy we're picking up here. He's called, he's Strongman Ivanski, I'm pretty sure at least. And basically, depending on what boss we'll be doing, there's a few characters which are slightly better to use than others. Like, I'm going to swap out to, you know, Bogdan the Great Ivanski, which is his name. Okay, he can't. Oh wait, okay, there's one more thing I can equip, so let's just put that on back. Okay. And sorry, I hit the mic. There is another. This mission is particular because it is quite guaranteed the layout. We'll always start where we're going to be able to finish at this place, and we have to go into the zone and defeat. Yeah, okay, I can't shoot that from there. Ow, yeah, I hurt myself. See, I wasn't able to. Yeah, okay, that's good. Nowhere as well. Okay.
I saw that explosive barrel. I wanted to ask you.
Don't worry about it. Nothing bad happened.
I was going to ask about ricochets.
Yeah.
I noticed that you've been doing a little bit of that.
That's going to go badly if I do that. One second, I need to move over here a second so I can get a good angle and I'm not. Oh, that is not. Don't worry about that one. So sometimes angles, it's a big old cool snooker game, isn't it? So it's all fun to try and do. I'm going to move the rest of these 2 back now and just have this guy go forward and finish the rest of the mission. He could die here, but that would be slightly okay. I'm going to take the first turn to just kill the ad, and then have the rest of these 2 just back here. So the aim of this mission is to kill this guy. As soon as this guy dies, the spawn or the escape point will spawn over here. This mission is really showing off all the turrets that can spawn in the game. So yes. Let's go. Cool, I can do him in 2 hits. I'm gonna move away because this guy over here, the heavy strong man, has explosive abilities. So that's what he's all special about. He's the heavy, so he can use grenade launchers and I'm gonna just go around here and sniper. What's it called? Not sniper. Hi, sniper. No,
Ricochet.
yeah, I'm just gonna get a shot. I can ricochet this. I don't think I can. Well, I'll just put it over here.
So for this boss fight, you only needed 1 of your 3 guys.
Oh yeah, this isn't really even a boss fight, really. I'm not going to be able to hit that either. It's perfectly likely for him to actually just die here, which can be okay. One strat, if we're playing tighter to the... If we're playing a little bit tighter and risky strategies, we could just have him die here. Oh, hey, I can get a free shot on you now. But now I'll just poke it at this guy. And I'll spend this turn to throw another grenade up here, slightly higher, just so full damage. I always don't like grenades, and I'm always terrible at using them. Hopefully he just, yeah, hits it.
Got to say, those weapon shots are absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it's
They
really nice.
really are nice.
And you can get every single one of them in the... Just look at the file docs and you can find all of them. It's real quite nice. I can imagine someone making a stupid remix of that. Okay, so he's on 1 health left now, so let's hope he doesn't die. If he does, okay, cool. It's far enough away so he doesn't actually take a shot there. So, cool, that mission was
Right,
done.
nice.
Nice, well done.
Turret plant successful. Hey, we got through a mission. Thank you for the slow clap. I appreciate it.
I like that sort of docking sequence as well. That you
Yeah,
get
it's really
for
cool, isn't
each
it?
Sort of section.
It's a little bit slow, but you know we have to do it. So there's nothing else we can really do there. So that's
I was
nice.
wondering how much you like that after speedrunning this game for a long time.
What, the whole docking?
Yeah.
I've speedrun this game for a while. It's pretty fun. I mainly started playing this game because a friend of mine, Skip McLazy, shout outs to him, was like, hey, this game sounds fun. I enjoy this game, and I'm thinking about speedrunning it. Nice explosion. And I was like, oh yeah, sure. I played this game casually. I bought it because I love the soundtrack. Let's see how well we can do Ricochet. Sweet. I'll move to there and shoot down. Yeah, I played this game casually, and well, I got about halfway through, honestly. End there, go there. That's a shame. That was a bad play to move. That's fine though. This is actually the first mini boss of the game, like actual serious mini boss. And he's down there. Okay. Yeah, I picked up this game because I was like, oh hey, sure, I'll pick this game up. I'll run this with you, and then I do a run of it, get world record, and
Nice.
then Skip couldn't get a good time past like the first few segments, and he just fails, which is fair enough. It's okay. Which character am I selecting? That one. Okay, I'm gonna go there. Gonna set that guy there, and you're gonna set this guy here. He's gonna shoot that over there. Beautiful. You're gonna... he's not gonna... that can get in there. There's also a slight sway, if you notice, to his movements, to all the characters' shots, and we can probably get... okay. Oh no, I hit off his hat, so that's fine. So hats are collectible in this game. If you do hit off their hats, you can go pick them up. So if you enjoy collectibles, that's a thing to love. Yes, I did hurt myself there, but do not worry about it. It's probably fine. Yep, we're still fine. So yeah, this is the first little mini boss. Usually your bosses in this game will there'll be like a little boarding gate you have to stand around, and then you just have to get there.
So I take it you won't be running the all hats
All
category
hats.
anytime soon.
I actually thought, while like running up to this run, I was like, I wonder if you could do an all hats run, and that would be pretty cool. But like, there's not many actual categories or runners of this game, so there's not really much point at the moment. The next thing to do would be all stars. If you didn't notice, though, each mission I do has 1 to 3 stars available. From just completing the mission, you'll get 2 stars. If you get the epic swag in this mission, you'll get the
3rd star.
Get the 3rd star. If a character dies, you'll get -1 star. And to progress the story, oh hey, one sec. Just... Okay. So yeah, occasionally throughout the thing there'll be bars and there'll be music playing out from one of the bands I like, and
That's
yeah.
fantastic.
Unfortunately we can't hear too much of it, but okay, for some reason me clicking slightly off screen is like making me not be able to right click through things. That's fun. Okay, going through there and just equipping that little bit of armor there.
Again, it's got a very charming aesthetic.
Oh, yeah,
visually.
it's lovely.
It's
Just-
really nice, isn't it?
All the SteamWorld games do have this sort of aesthetic, and that's why people do love SteamWorld Dig, and people should love SteamWorld Heist a bit more. Like, because SteamWorld Dig actually did quite well speedrun-wise, they did Okay, that was a terrible shot. They did put a ton of stuff in there. Oh, sweet, I've got a rocket launcher now, so that's much easier to hit with. Yeah, because so many people did love SteamWorld Dig, they put in quite a few mechanics based on speedrunning, so there is an in-game timer in this game. I can press M here just to see what side things are on, since this can spawn basically flipped. So I want to send one dude to the side that doesn't have much, and two guys to the side that actually does have stuff. So send this guy over here, and we can shoot this up here. Okay, I survived someone, that's a shame.
So you mentioned SteamWorld Dig. Would you mind explaining the sort of the connection between the two then?
So SteamWorld Dig is a platformer where you can, it's sort of the game where you can go down into the ground and dig up loot and such, and go through a story, and it's all cute and nice, and the door, now I can shut off my hat.
No.
Sorry, it's a bit more important than the story. Can't have not hats in this game. Okay, I'll just leave you there to pick up the loot. Yeah, so it's a nice little cute story. I would really recommend playing it. It's a nice little fun game casually. I don't think I can get a shot off there. I'll do it anyway. Yeah, I miss it. It's quite different to this. It's quite fun. All the SteamWorld games are actually very different in design. Like, they made 2 SteamWorld Dig games, which were platformers. They've made SteamWorld Heist, which is more of a, point-and-click shooter. You can tell. Thank God I didn't shoot a guy a bit further. And then they've also recently released, in the last couple of months actually, SteamWorld Quest. I don't need to worry about picking eventually here. SteamWorld Quest, which is an RPG with cards and tile-based. It's a card-based system. It's a very interesting system. I kind of like it. It was very fun to play through casually. I tried speedrunning it a little bit. Wasn't quite much of a fan. I think of the Spectrobes thing with the whole encounters thing, except it's really, you move slower than the enemies, so it's really hard to like dodge around them. So you have to sort of go in and out of a trigger, like an entrance trigger of a room, just to try to avoid them. So it's pretty annoying. This is TikTok. Oh, righty then. Let's have TikTok go. Okay, we're gonna do that, and we're gonna do that. We don't need that at the moment. Cool. So if you noticed in this mission, we've only gone in with one person when the recommended number is 3. This mission is a race against the clock. It's a bit of a speedrun strat to only use one character here. And hopefully, I can, I'll always be doing it in under 12 turns. It's just, I'm trying to do it without the enemy screwing me up too much. And that was extremely bad. But that was a really good layout right there. I was able to just go through just so much of the mission, and I'm out of it. That was just an insane layout, so that was really lucky.
Nice.
You mentioned layout there. Are these levels randomly generated each time?
Randomly generated with a general theme, so I sort of know I needed to go up and to the right there, but I didn't quite know all the paths to go there. I don't really have enough time to click map to have a look. Oh yes, Seabass is out there without his beanie there, and he's really sad and depressed. Okay, so let's put a hat on him. He gets a little Russian hat now. Whatever. What's it called? The
in Dutch it's bivak. I don't know.
This thing.
Yeah, I know that in Dutch, but I don't know it in English.
Alright, so this is the first actual boss of the stage. Okay, that's weird. It
Chop Suey.
Yeah. He's a cool dude. So there's a few mechanics I'm gonna use here. Okay, that's actually played the game well. Cool. Let's go over there and shoot that. That's fine. My main character, Piper, has an ability called Inspire, which means every bot around her will get slightly bonus damage. So I'm just putting this in a formation now, so he'll do extra damage and such. Then next after that, I'm gonna move, Piper up here. Then those two following him. Nope, not that one, that one. Up there, just so we're above this character here. We'll use this character first. So this character has a special ability, which means if they get a kill, they can get a bonus kill, or they can get a second shot. And we'll be using that character's ability a lot later on, because in the final zone of this game, there's a lot of small health enemies that we'll have to kill. Like in one. Okay, how do you get up here? So that's the problem with skipping animations. Like sometimes they'll just whoosh across the screen. You have rockets, so I don't want to be close. Oh well, that's fine. So I'm just going to use you to get rid of a few of the enemies here. So that's the first shot. It was explaining what it does, and I'll just... Okay, I shot off his hat. I feel like in this game, actually wearing a hat does give you a slight advantage. Okay, there's a robot dying there. Oh no. They lose out on XP, and that's basically it. Yeah, there's a slight advantage to wearing a hat, because I feel like enemies actually target the hat sometimes over everything else, so it's technically better to use your hats. I'll do that just to like, eliminate one dude. We'll kill him next turn anyway, since he's so low health. At the end of this boss fight, each of SteamWorld, there's a small song that okay, that's unfortunate. They made a shield appear there, but luckily I can just try to get the shield up there. Nope. Alright, so I have to ricochet a shield to get there. Because there's that little sensor on the back of his thing. No, okay, I'm not going to get that. It's unfortunate. Okay, so I'll just get rid of all the other enemies. Oh, unless I can do some weird shenanigans here. I don't think I will be able to do that, though. Hey!
Ooh, nice.
Shame I didn't do that first, though. Oh, well. Because he's on low health now. Ooh, I almost hit off my hat. So yeah, I feel like some of the enemies generally aim for your hat. So, if I wear a hat, then technically I'm less likely to be hit. Weird logic there, but yeah, you know, I feel like it's somewhat correct. Gonna do up here. That won't kill it, but he's 5s and 1, of course. That's fine. We can just finish him off with this rocket launcher here. Cool.
Nice.
So this is their song "Prepare for the Boarding." I was trying to mention that earlier, but Steam-powered Heist, Steam-powered Giraffe made a song for each ending boss fight, and it's their least popular songs. Honestly, which is kind of funny. Well, it's their least listened to songs.
So we've had a boss fight and a level where you had a few moves to do. What kind of different level objectives are there?
Alright, so there's collect all certain amount of swag, there's destroy a generator and pick up the swag, there's pick up swag and survive through a certain amount of levels, which we'll have twice. There's kill a certain amount of enemies. So here's a little skip here as well. If you select the mission, it assumes you're already there, so as soon as I press space to enter that mission, we're already there. So unfortunately, oh yeah, so that's the sort of few missions we'll have. So unfortunately, the bar has been taken over by the government, so now we have to fight Her Majesty herself. And so that's the first section of the game, fighting the Scrappers. The second episode in the game is fighting HMRC. So there's cutscenes and stuff to explain the story, but we skip those. We'll keep on using these characters for now. Increase damage on you. So each zone introduces new mechanics. These guys introduces. They have sort of shields on their on their guns. I'm sure someone who actually likes guns can tell me the name of that sort of weaponry. Any of you two? Do you know guns at all?
I'm not a gun fan, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm with you too.
I don't know him.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
One thing I'd like to ask though is about the hat. You mentioned it there about the hat being important, and then maybe aim for your hat. So would you say in this game that your hat is like your towel, and you should never leave it behind? You should always have it.
You should always have your safety towel. If you notice, there's Rambo down there. He's got a Rambo hat you can pick up. And we'll just do that. Kill him. What you doing? Oh no, my hat!
Oh no!
I'm just going down here briefly to pick up the loot. Wait, 1 second. Oh, okay. Oh, alright, I know what's going on. So there was another small generator that's usually on the way that I just missed because I was an idiot. It's over here. Yeah, I'll shoot this guy first. Alright, take no damage.
I think the music has changed here.
Yeah, it definitely
it's
has.
different music for the different
I've
section
just
of the
never
game.
okay, let's just...
The ladders are different as well. The doors
Yeah.
too.
Oh yeah. Like all the theme is different. I knew the aesthetic was going to be different. I just couldn't remember everything else essentially. If the music was different. Okay, so there's the 2 generators. Oh, and conveniently it's over here. Perfect. Sweet success.
May I ask how you navigate yourself through the levels? I mean, I know there obviously is a map,
right.
but a map would be slow. So
I just sort of see where I am and move to the next location. So I mentioned the characters having 2 moves earlier. Everything within, like, the floor is sort of lit up orange. That's within 1 move of me. Anything lit up blue, that's within 2 moves. I try to move, like, orange and then shoot a gun. It's a good dream. No, not talking to you. Talking to my best boy Payroll over here. So, can you guess why he's called Payroll?
Ka-ching!
Hey, we have money? Is that a
No,
donation?
it's the sound that it made in game.
Oh, you're right. Because I spent money.
Yeah.
Hey, funny
From
that.
your payroll.
Yeah. Oh man, shout outs to all the payroll departments out there. It's a tough life. I've stuffed away too many pay slips and envelopes before.
Thank God we have emails now.
Oh man, yeah. Imagine places still using those. Yeah.
I know our payroll department always gets a lot of flack for when things go a bit wrong.
Oh, you know, it happens. Cool. Okay. It happens every now and again. So this is a mission where I have to collect all swag, as previously mentioned. There you go. Usually I want to collect epic swag as well as that, just to have the star requirements, because I mentioned it earlier that okay, this is a weird looking layout of level since we have to go back this way. Alright, so Payroll, why is he a good character? Because he can move really far. He's a flanker type character, that means he can deal extra damage to when he's behind people, which also means he has a wheel and deal ability, which means, hey, run and gun from XCOM 2, essentially. Meaning he can shoot on his sprint turn, but it doesn't have a cooldown, so have to deal with that.
Will you do wheel puns like the Kirby run before?
Will you tell me any more wheel puns? Will you tell me?
I'll really try my best.
Thank you. As long as you notice the fact that he's always working out while he's Ivanski is always working out, and I love that fact. Dude, like he's not dropped his dumbbell once, except when maybe he dies, which may happen soon. Okay, no, cool. He shot a barrel. Okay, I only got 1 more swag to collect here, so let's just go up there with Ivanski. Go in from Motherland. Okay, try not to die. It'd be bad if he does actually die here. Nice! Good miss. Bad AI. I appreciate that a lot. Okay, so where do we have to go to finish it? Okay, over there. We can wheel and deal over there, get rid of 1 target. And we just have to get this guy over there as well. So in the meantime, let's have donations. Okay, what's better to do here? Actually, let's go to... Yeah, feel free to read off any clubs or donations or something.
Alright, I'll read up some things. I plug BSG. They're supporting us technically and providing some of the equipment for this event, as well as letting us allow to stream on their channel. Next to that, I'd like to thank Nintendo.org for sponsoring the prizes. I can tell you about who we are. We are the Benelux Speedrunner Gathering. We organize bi-monthly gatherings in Alphen aan den Rijn in Utrecht, but currently we are in Hotel Asperia in Venray for our annual event. And during our events, we raise money for the Dutch Cancer Society. It's a nationwide organization committed to fight cancer while aiming for more cure and a high quality of life for those already battling the disease.
Nice, thank you. I really appreciate that, because raising money is a good thing. And speaking of raising money, how far away are we from 6969 money? Quick maths.
The same as just a second ago.
418.
Ah, sweet. So just donate 418 sweet euros, and we have a really meme number.
we were almost 420 away from it.
Ah, that'd be a number. You're right, that would be a number. I'm responding to myself here, man.
May I ask why we've coming down the tax collectors here? Storyline-wise,
Because they're being tyrannical, essentially.
as they do, yeah.
Yeah, tyrannical tax collectors. Who would have thought? Okay, he has a shield there, so I slightly missed that here. We've got to gather intel in this mission. Move over here. Basically, we need to get one pickup, and that's it. Just move everyone into position here before we enter these doors. I was mentioning it earlier, but I sort of went off track. If you stand by, well, it's gonna hurt. That's fine. We just have to get through it. If you stand by a door, it won't count as an action when you open it. So I try to always end my action or ready up my next action right next to a door, just so I'm already primed to just get through to the next part. So I also don't trigger the next set of enemies early, which can always be bad. Let's just go over here and enter. Okay. Sweet, this is the stuff we needed to go to. There's the loot there, and there's that there. Perfect, okay. Move this guy back down here, move this over here, and shoot. See, these guys have mafia hats, and the other guys have berets, so there's lots of hats of choice here. I'm gonna quickly jump down with payroll, and he can pick up everything else essentially on the way here. So, get some more shots off, and get some more shots off essentially. We'll be able to shoot. Ooh, no, that won't.
You mentioned doors.
Yeah.
Are they always able to be opened, or sometimes are they locked, or how do they operate?
They're pretty much always openable. There's not really a situation where you can't get them through. I'm gonna just use Abs of Steel here because he's a big buff boy. This essentially means he can't get hit, damaged in his turn. So he's an unstoppable wall for his turn. He's the tank. So yeah, it's pretty much a situation where you can get through any door you like, as long as you have an action to do it. If you move up to the door, that of course takes the action, so this guy has slow movement. Yeah, he doesn't quite make it. That's a shame. So next turn we'll be able to make it off. Hopefully they don't all shoot Ivanski and kill him. That's fine. Life's okay. Move Ivanski. There we go. Perfect, so that mission went pretty well. We've been going through all the missions pretty decently. That was on Her Majesty's Secret Birdie.
Nice.
Yeah. And we're picking up some more upgrades. We have a set inventory we have available to us, so we have to try to not fill that up too much. And if we do, we just have to sell the old stuff out the way. The new stuff always comes through the bottom, and it always gets pushed back. So it's first in, last out. I'm sorry. Don't worry about it. So we're going to another bar here. We're not gonna, we'll just accept a mission saying, I think some people were taken hostage and we saved them eventually. That was It's Like a Dream. I think is it Honeybee? I can't, no, it's I'm trying to think of the song that's happened at the bar. I can't really remember. Off the top of my head here. Cool, we have better weaponry now. Sweet to hear that. Because we were getting a bit under-leveled with our weaponry that we had there.
So I reckon, I presume you recommend the soundtrack to this game then?
Oh yeah, you can completely buy the soundtrack. And also I'd recommend buying the albums from the people who make it. Like, Steam, it's a journey, definitely. It's hard to explain. Wait, let's look at the map a second. Okay, cool. Move over here and hopefully get a shot off on somebody. No, he's all the way over there. Shame. So in this, there's also a few more mechanics I didn't really explain yet. So there's also blue liquid, and unlike Portal, it doesn't make you bounce, but it makes you explode.
Lovely.
It can cause a chain reaction. So there's a few enemies that will shoot a blue goo launcher essentially, which is beautiful since it doesn't actually damage us. That was a beautiful trick shot I wasn't expecting.
Nice.
I was just expecting to actually shoot the barrel there to kill him. But that works out. I'm alright with that. Moving over here to just make sure we pick up all the stuff. Nice. It's always better they shoot the blue liquid instead. So yeah. Get a shot off there. So yeah, there's an example of shooting through the blue liquid. Yeah, okay. We can just pick up this over here. One more to collect, which will probably be in the middle there. We can't get a good shot, so I'll just go there. Any more questions, Ivan? Oversighting? Did I lose a trail at one point? I'm really bad at doing that.
A quick question about the blue liquid. Sorry.
No, I was
Panic, have you
wondering
got-
who the guys with the berets are, because you mentioned different hats on different people. We were fighting tax collectors earlier. Are these still tax collectors?
Yeah, they're all part government forces, you know. So something unlucky happened there. I've just got hit by a load of explosives and load of things, so they did just basically one-shot my guy. So I do have 1 star less now. So as I was mentioning, there was some star requirements for missions. Usually it's pretty tight. I usually try to get all of them just in case. I usually on my splits I have a little marker of how many stars I need by what point, but the next star marker is like 19, and so we basically got to just do a few missions well. So let's just do that.
It's all up to you.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's team effort, man.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be
Yeah.
fine. A quick question about the blue,
Yeah, go for it,
blue
go for it.
goo that you just mentioned. The stuff they were shooting at you. Can you potentially use that against them?
Yes, if you shoot it, it does explode, and they're not immune to explosions in any form. So that's good for us. We can go up there. All right. Then we can go. Okay, let's just bully this guy a second. Just get rid of him. Okay, not with the explosive guy. So this mission is one of the first mini bosses of this section, where I just have to get to the top section. I could have actually picked up. No, I couldn't. If it doesn't exist over here. That's fine. It's nice that was pretty quick getting through that. It isn't always that quick going through that section. Sometimes you have to deal with a few enemies on the way. So this is the master sniper of the rebel forces. He's the master sniper. Yeah, that's cute. He will usually never miss. I'm going to have a little shot there just to try to make sure I get through there. Run the gun just to get all the way behind him and shoot him in the back.
As you do.
Yep. It's nice, it's pretty nice. Okay, make sure I pick up that epic swag. Please remind me.
Did you grab the epic swag yet?
Thank you, yeah. I'll do that. And hopefully not have a character die here either. So I'll manage some of the people in there. So yeah, he has mad ricochet sniper shots, which will pretty much always hit. And hopefully he doesn't hit my flanker, essentially, who can run and gun a lot. I'll do this a second. That is a equipable that I had, which basically means I can... Okay. I'll just keep going. Okay, that was a terrible shot. Oh well, that's fine. And the equipable item means I can just have one free shot, and it's sometimes useful to do an extra little bit of quick damage. Thank God that really... Okay, yeah, see what I mean? Always hits. I'll just take the turn to actually pick that up now. Shoot him in the back, and this guy can't move, so I'll just take this turn to just get rid of a guy. Oh, sweet. I shot off his topper. Okay, he's on 1 health left, but that's not good. Ah, okay. Missing up star requirements, but it's alright. See,
Grab the epic swag already.
Yeah, I did grab the epic swag, man. Thank you. I appreciate you. Don't worry, I got his hat off as well.
I'll remind you again next level.
Thank you.
No, we appreciate you.
I'm glad you appreciate me, man. Let's do this first. Cool. So he runs away because any more epic swag here? Good. Nope, there isn't. I'll just go up here and get the shot here. He can't move, so I'll use After Steal, so he's invincible this turn. And hopefully during his turn he can nice miss, bro. He can get to the point.
What are the icons in the top right? Because we just saw skulls.
Oh, there's
and
turrets going on. There's like a threat level. The longer you leave the level, the more like threats will show up. But usually we don't really leave the level enough for it to get that dangerous. It's a real shame we're not having hero get upgraded. Here's something I haven't really explained. They level up, and when they level up, they unlock a few special abilities unique to them. Sometimes it's just health upgrades. Other times it can be actual abilities. For instance, the Abs of Steel thing there. Eventually that can be upgraded to actually giving him taunt, so they'll actually more likely attack him. So here's where we get a hint of all the creepy spacey stuff that'll happen. Don't mind those people in test tubes. I feel like that might be a reference to an earlier game, but I can't quite tell because I haven't played the very, very, very first game. And it, I don't know, might be a reference to a small little optimization there. Okay, I have to go to this mission here.
I can appreciate that Ivansky is now training other muscles. He's changed his exercise.
Yeah, he's just his arm. We'll put that here as well. Yeah, there's nothing else I can really equip. That's good. So we have 12 here. We can get 5 here and then 5 in the next level. Oh, we might have to redo another mission slide just to, which is unfortunate time loss. So this is one of the survival missions I mentioned earlier. So we picked up the loot, but haha, it was their trap all along. So now we have to just survive this little gauntlet. So I'm going to just do the quick start with this quick shot there. I'm going to use you to eliminate you, and you can just go around and eliminate this guy.
Just to confirm, this is the second section of the game still, isn't it?
Second section of the game,
Yeah, because I was commenting earlier on about the aesthetic and the sort of the sound and the visual, but I noticed that the second section, the sort of tax collector section here that we're in, is considerably different in its aesthetic and its
100%,
theme from the earlier section. And I've got to say, the sort of world building and the visual sort of effect that this game has is very, very impressive.
And you'll luckily be able to see another very, very aesthetics change in the third section of the game, where you saw a hint of it in that one spaceship that we went to, and it'll be quite like that.
Well, we're going alien-esque, are we, for the last section?
We're going all blue.
Very change
nice.
of aesthetic makes it really feel alive. Also, like the outside of the map, you can actually see the outside of the spaceship you're in.
Oh yeah,
There's turrets and everything.
Like all the way over here and all that. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I can play the game. Let's play.
And the background's always nice as well. How you can sometimes see it through the level.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
The
Especially-
windows there, for example,
Yeah,
at the top
I
there.
can't get a shot on that. Oh yeah, you're right. So luckily, since he's a melee only unit, he'll only. But this guy explodes, so don't kill him too quickly, or like when he's close. Okay, so there's one of the big rollout guys. He's got oh, and he's dead. I am doing a lot of damage with that. What is that? I've got a really good weapon or something.
Did you grab the epic swag yet?
Oh yeah, that was the first thing I did in the mission. Okay, it's on the very other side. Wait, no, it's on the right side. Okay, we're good. Usually the exit point on this mission is on the very right side. That's why I lined them up on here. I thought it made a sound effect over there, and that's why I got worried for a second. A hustle worth the tussle. Successful. Okay, let's get rid of that weapon and probably that one. So finally he actually upgraded, and I think level 5 is when he gets his multi-shot ability, which is nice.
Now, obviously, we're speedrunning this one, so we're going to be finished in a fairly short amount of time. But as a casual player, how many hours of gameplay does this game you reckon would have?
My casual playthrough? Ooh, I got ballerina shoes. Sweet. Sorry. Sorry, very important. Yeah, one sec. Let's just equip guns and such. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
May I ask what the ballerina shoes do, sorry?
They get +1 speed.
Oh, very nice.
Movement speed, yeah, it's nice. Just to explain, this is a one-person mission. There's a few lonesome missions, and we use payroll, as per expected. Yeah, casual playthrough. I spent about 7 hours of this game, and I got about to where I am now. So about, and this was on the harder difficulty. Of course, I'm playing on an easier difficulty here, so it would take you much more time and everything. There's no more loot up here. I have to go down here next. Okay.
Are there any major differences between the difficulties other than extra damage or less
Extra
health?
damage, they'll deal, yeah, they'll deal extra damage, whereas up and top, that's the top, okay. They'll deal more damage, you'll deal less damage. There's also things like, if you fail, if you abort a mission in this game, did I pick up the epic swag?
I didn't remind you.
I don't remember seeing it in that level.
That's fine.
2 stars?
Alrighty then, so we'll probably have to do another mission. Bonus mission. Okay, well let's see. I think I didn't hit it, but you know, ooh, yeah. Okay, it was 16, not 19. Safe.
Excellent. Good job.
Okay, there's usually 2 triggers in every mission level, so it's lucky I hit that. So here is actually Honeybee. This is their most popular song, and we probably hear this about the least of it since we're out of here. It's a shame. Yeah, there was a time I felt was in love, which is actually an extra lyric they added in later on in making that song, so that's nice. Ballerina shoes and add an extra equipment onto it.
Not necessarily 100% appropriate, but I wanted to ask about the music there, the band you were saying. Was this game, were they famous before this game? Or were
They all started off playing at a zoo, funnily enough.
Oh wow,
That's
cool.
Yeah, and then eventually they got a bit more traction. You can still see like the YouTube videos of them playing at the zoo every now, which was kind of cute. Yeah, and I think they just grew YouTube fame, and then more bands, more popularity comes across. One thing I really like about it is they change a lot over time. Since their band structure is 3 members, and the 3 members change slightly over time, which means it gives them a whole new dynamic as time goes by, which is really nice. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's a really nice dynamic as time goes by, because they span a lot of different genres, essentially, going through that.
Excellent, thank you. I will certainly be checking them out. I
Oh,
think.
100%.
Yes, yeah.
I can shoot my back. Yeah, you'll hear some more of this. Ah, sweet, he missed. That's nice. So, unfortunately, I did a boo-boo, and you know how I mentioned earlier there was a mission where it was kind of mirrored, and there's 2 different ways I could go, either to the left or to the right. I sent the guy that can move really far to the right when there wasn't much actual movement to be done, and my other 2 to the left, unfortunately.
Maybe the other way around.
Yeah, did I say the wrong way around?
I think you do.
Ah, you know what I mean.
It's late. The fact that you're doing such a good job on this game at this hour is absolutely amazing, so well done.
It sort of just played off naturally, and in build up to this game, I was listening to Steamboat Shenanigans, which is one of their I hit myself as well. Which is one of their songs from the second or first album. Anyway, they have 5 albums. Go find them. Cool.
Oh, very cool.
And I like how I'm just plugging this one band this whole time.
So what phase of the band would you say is your favorite? Because you said we
Okay.
through
Like
various.
I really love the early stages where it's more like okay, this is fine. One second, let's actually just focus on that because I have to play the game. But enough about focusing. Yeah, I like the few phases where they're quite what's the word? A cappella-esque and like very instrumental, and then later on they can get quite electronic because it's more the robotic function of them. Because they're all robots, by the way. Steam Powered Giraffe all have like characters, and they all play 3 different robots. Nice. Don't sell that, but sell that. So yeah, and each of the different robots, they all dress up in like full makeup, and it's really quite, it's much of a show to watch. It's quite cool. All little stories behind the songs and everything. Me and a friend of mine actually just brainstormed a few like headcanon stories, which ended up being a little bit more darker about all the robots and such, and it's fun. I'll tell these guys afterwards. It's fun. If I ever meet you guys in person, you know, the people who made these songs, I'll tell you all about it.
Would you say that they were more sort of concept albums then, or were they just more, were they a bit looser than that? Or?
Well, the very 5th album they did was a whole like story arc, which was really cool. Yeah, the 5th album they did, the quintessential, was a whole story arc that they did. Here's the second mini boss of this level. He's as opposed to the stronger brute before, he is the as opposed to the sniper before, he is the brute. and will basically deal a lot of damage in a hit. So we'll just start by eliminating some of his ads, getting rid of those guys. You can't get away from me. And oh, cool! He used all his movement to actually getting to me, so that's nice. And then I'll miss these because I accidentally hit the barrel. That's fine. Hey, Satanic.
Yo,
What should I do this level?
pick up the epic swag.
Just did.
Well done.
Thank you.
That's my job done for today.
Thank you. And every other level, right? Okay. Nice, and yeah, we'll actually shoot the guy from afar rather than punch him.
I've got to say, I can definitely see why you enjoy, well, why you like to speedrun this game, Tricrow. If any viewers are familiar with Tricrow's other runs that we've seen this week, this has definitely got a very strong XCOM vibe to it, and dare I say it, there is a hint of Darkest Dungeon in there as well.
Yeah. All right. I mean, I can sort of see it with like cool characters and merry, like, hey, that was a prison break, by the way. We broke out of prison. Yeah. Well, doing different missions and going through things. It's very much yeah, it's a cool game and I like it a lot. And I would recommend just playing it a lot. There's all the like, dialogues that we are missing through here, and all of them are witty in their own way, and it's kind of cute and adorable. Okay, so through the Royal Palace, I'll make sure to get rid of everybody else. And yeah, that's a good thing to do.
Yeah, this game looks really pleasing as well, just to watch as a speedrun. I'm sure the viewers that are still watching enjoy that as well.
Yeah. How many viewers?
I don't know. My phone almost died.
That's probably for the best.
I do have to compliment you on the speedrun aspect here. It is very, very impressive. You did mention about it being an action-heavy game in terms of how quickly you can put things in. You can actually input your actions, and it's very obvious the skill level required for that. So
Hey,
well done. It's been really, really good watch.
Yeah.
I think that's another thing, the ballet shoes. Oh, thank you, by the way. And oh, I accidentally
The
declined.
epic swag. Did you pick it up?
Oh, I don't need to in this level.
Oh, okay.
Screw that. I accidentally pressed no to completing the mission there.
Oh dear.
So I just had to go through that extra like 2 seconds. But that was overall pretty decent. All the stars that we get through the levels reset every stage we get. So as soon as we get past the 2 like star checks, we don't need to worry about epic swag anymore, other than just getting that epic swag, yo. Hey,
Why don't you? Why
Okay.
wouldn't you want to grab it?
So here's the one optional thing we actually do in this run. Yeah, optional things in this run. Since we're about to do the hardest boss fight in the game, I'm gonna buy some weaponry. Gonna get rid of some of the worst weaponry we have and buy some better stuff. And yeah, we don't have enough money for that, but that's fine.
This is fine.
Yeah, it's all fine. Like, I was only optional picking that up anyway, since we already have a decent weapon on him anyway. Cool. I could have done that faster as well. So, you can get that one, you can get this one, you get this one, and you get this one. Perfect. And make sure we can equip anything we can. Let's put you on you. Actually, yeah, we don't need the ballet shoes on him quite in this mission. We'll put the ballet shoes on the pirate. So let's change hats as well. Actually, let's put all on top hats.
Always know where your hat is.
Yeah, I gave them all top hats because this is a British-friendly stream. Because we have an audience with the Queen, and we have to wear our best top hats when fighting the Queen. Wait, fighting? Shh. So here's the Queen. Here's the hardest fight in the game. Don't worry about the final boss fight. This is it. Mainly because I'll get to explaining a little bit further on. Okay, so first thing to do is getting rid of all the ads that we can, because there's a lot of enemies that spawn in this area, and the more I can take out on my first turn, the better, really. She also teleports every single turn, so that's adorable, isn't it? It's an adorable mechanic that we always love. Repositioning, yes. There's nothing I can shoot here, it's
I
unfortunate.
like the ricochet you just got, killing the turret and hitting the Queen.
Ah, sweet. We got the Queen's crown, so we dethroned the Queen slightly. And we'll just put him there, because he's a big guy and he's got a lot of health. sweep, so I can take a lot of shots on this guy now. If you
This
notice,
guy.
this person, this majestic queenie that we have here. So if you didn't notice, the more just put that guy there, and we'll just put a shot over here into the big guy. The more damage ranges I put through her through, the more of the mini bosses spawn. So the lower her health gets, the more mini bosses spawn. In a casual playthrough of this, you could, oh, I'm going to, you know, eliminate those first or something. In this, we just rush the queen, essentially. And we're doing quite well to do that through being fair right now.
Does it reach a point where they'll have problems if you don't kill her quickly enough?
Definitely. Actually, let's just straight to this now. Okay, that's kind of a waste, but the reason why we bring Piper along, our very starting person, is because they eventually upgrade an ability which is a party heal, which is really useful in this mission to just sustain through. What I was saying is, if you are left with just one person, unfortunately she's sort of hiding behind her big guard here, so I can't really quite get the shot there. But I guess we'll just wait. Okay, he's got a punch left, that's fine. I'll just... Ah, cool, I got rid of the thing that was guarding her, so we didn't get a shot anyway. Let's see if we can get there we go, much better. Of course, dealing a hit to the head gives a chance for a crit, all those sort of things. We picked up a few items that actually give increased crit chance as well. Oh, and like that enemy earlier I mentioned, we can't actually move through the big dude. Nice. We've finally got the wheel and deal ability, so we can get all the way behind her and just get lots of damage off. Keep on moving over here, and if you can, move over there. He can't move, so you'll just shoot. Hey, get shot. Nice. Move through there and go. If we get to a situation where we only have one robot left, we'll get into an unfortunate situation where, nice, ballet shoes made him miss. That's the thing I was mentioning earlier. We'll get into an awkward situation where the sniper will make it so we can't move, but the guy that's going to shoot will make it so, or the guy that's going to hit us will make it so we finish this mission, by the way.
Well done.
Congratulations.
Yeah. It'll make it so he stands right next to us, so we only can punch him. So we won't be able to actually finish the mission if we are survived with only one person. But yeah, nice. I'm glad we got through that. Ha 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 ha. Oh man, I don't think I'm allowed back in my country after that.
Or for killing the queen.
Oh no, the song is No More Queen.
No. Oh, very nice.
I think this is actually their least popular song.
Something I'd like to discuss, well, obviously we'll see it when we get back into the game in a second, and this is something that a lot of games, certainly of this sort of genre, it's quite an important aspect, is the UI in this game. What are your thoughts on that, Tricrow?
It's pretty cool. I enjoy very much the fact that I can skip through all the dialogue. There's the little map up here. There's a mini map that we can see in most areas. There's water in this game, which is sort of like the currency to buy stuff. There's this thing over here which tells you if the in-game timer is actually running or not. So technically this isn't part of the in-game time. Oh, and here's the... Basically we say, oh, what a cute little thing, and then he shows us their tentacles and we get scared. So we're about to move on to the final section of the game, which is, we're going well right here.
Because I do think UI is something that's perhaps
Yeah, it tells the stars on the
not
top right there.
recognised enough, perhaps, for how much of an impact it can have on your, certainly on a casual playthrough, but on something like a speed run, the difference between a good UI for your game or a slightly more clunky UI is going to make a difference in terms of the efficiency of your speed run, almost.
I very much enjoy the fact that it's very clean. I can pretty much do exactly as I want, and all the key bindings are really quick. Like, as soon as I press the button, I can... Oh gosh, that's a really big area. Usually the area isn't that wide. This is kind of funny. So this is the final area. in this mission, I just have to kill some dudes, which is why I bring along Piper, but she's a bit under-leveled right now, but that's fine. We can just make up with it.
Definitely see what you mean
Oh
about
no, they shot off our crown.
the... Sorry.
If you didn't notice, I put the crown on every single one of our characters that the queen dropped.
You can definitely see what you mean about the change in aesthetic again here.
Yeah, like...
Very, very different.
So, in the last section, I didn't actually mention it, but it introduced what's the word? This thing here that we're standing, cover. It introduced cover that if we stand next to it, it'll actually activate. In this one, it introduces like, more turrets, but they just have, a lot of the cover just has more and more health as the game progresses, really. Ah, shame, sniped on one.
Did you pick up the epic swag yet?
I have not. Thank you for reminding me, because now it actually matters again. Woo! Oh, whoops. Okay, this is fine.
Am I right in guessing that there are only the 3 sections then to the game?
There are only the 3 different sections, because 3 is the magic number.
Fantastic. So we're 2/3 of the way through then.
Yeah, essentially. We're doing quite well.
So if there's only 3 sections, are the difficulties the only different speedruns there are?
Currently, yeah, there is only difficulties, the difficulties for the only speedruns, unfortunately. I would like to have a, an all-stars category, which would be kind of fun, which would essentially be, I can imagine it would be very much, okay, we finish the level and then we go back to it eventually later on. Where is the epic flag on this mission? I can't see it at all.
Quick view of the mini-map there.
Yeah, oh gosh. Okay, let's go pick up that a second.
Something I've just noticed from bringing that map up there, the size of this level seems to be significantly larger than what we were looking at earlier on.
Well, the ships get bigger.
Yeah.
Because this is
Obviously,
this is a bigger armada.
Yeah.
Let's just pick up some normal bits of swag there. That just gives us more items while we're waiting to get our other dudes back into a correct place where we can finish the mission. Okay, so the epic swag was just in a one-off room all the way at the top left of the mission, so I just missed it. Which can sometimes happen. Let's get rid of that. Actually, I definitely should have gotten rid of that piece of armor. Oops. Oh well.
This is fine.
Yeah, it's pretty alright. So yeah, she's going up a few levels here. So she now has her main abilities. I now also have to menu putting hats back on my people, because hats are important. 100%. Alright.
Gotta do it in style.
Yeah, man. You gotta do the cool things. I really wanted hats to like put on us. And then we can... Oh, here's some of the actual soundtrack we'll actually hear a bit more of. This is actually Steamboat Shenanigans, the one I was mentioning earlier, I think, at least.
So
No, not at all. This is Clockwork Wanderer. Sorry, go on.
So if you were forced to put a label on them, then Tricrow, a genre. I know you said that they cover several genres. What would you say?
What the hell's that? It's 3-person a cappella.
Okay.
Cool. I'd say that with lots of other aspects, and I don't know. I'm really bad with genres, since a lot of the music I listen to is just whatever
Music,
whatever
yeah.
thing I fancy.
Sometimes it's best not to put labels on things.
Yeah, exactly. So here's an example of abusing Killshot. So in this mission, it introduces the shield crystals, and as soon as the shield crystals are around a particular type of enemy, they won't be able to actually get hit until they'll take 0 damage until the shield is dropped and the crystal is dead. Which basically is the main gimmick behind the final boss, essentially. Hey, Satanic, what do I have to do?
Pick up the epic swag.
Thank you.
I was paying attention earlier to the minimap, because when the docking bay left again, on the minimap it also showed that. I like that neat little detail.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yes. I picked up a very high power late game grenade, which is cool. It deals 16 damage. I was like, not all of the epic loot I get in this game, it's all randomized sort of, so it's all kind of fun to see what I'll get. And sometimes you can get like a jetpack, which will increase your movement, which is really nice to have on some characters. This time we of course just grenade, which is kind of cool. fast forward here. Do that.
Earlier on, you said that the pause meant that the in-game timer was paused, but I see a pause right here on screen. And you're definitely...
Oh, that's... I don't know. That's what I thought it meant, at least. Sorry.
Just wondering.
Yeah, it's okay, don't worry. I'm just saying incorrect things for them. Let's try to get a good shot. Oh, see, we overflowed. I'm gonna just move him. Okay, that was a bad thing to do right there. Hey, we can actually just hey, here's where Darkest Dungeon comes in.
Yeah, Darkest Dungeon.
So since the game autosaves pretty quickly, the game actually autosaves round. I'm actually gonna move over here first, do over this, and then do this to get a quick, easy shot. Okay, nice shot, my friend. Okay.
Did you pick up the epic swag yet? Or was it autosave?
Yeah, I just picked it up again. So the bad thing that happened there was that I screwed up essentially. No, I accidentally shot, but the shot accidentally friendly fired my own guy. So yeah, that hurt. And it ended up actually killing him, and I really want to survive and not have any characters die. Also, the gimmick behind the enemies in this zone is that they... where's the final? It's all the way up there. That's fine, we can just wheel and deal all the way up there, probably. Not all the way, but maybe I can get a shot on that. Nice, okay, cool. So let's see where we have to go to end. Yeah, the gimmick behind the enemies in this area is the fact that they teleport after every move. So you can't really outrun them in a way, and they always are repositioning to basically a better location after they take their turn. So high tech and spacey and stuff.
I know we've already mentioned it a few times, but the ambience again is very, very nice. It's what I like about this is that this is a really good example for me of visual, audio, gameplay all coming together to create that ambience, and it's really quite impactful. I feel it's really good. Having never seen this game before, you're getting a really without even seeing the story. We're still getting quite a good experience, if you see what I mean.
Definitely.
Very much so.
Everything is very fitting sounds. All the walking, you still hear the clanking of the robots.
Yeah, all the little sound effects are there, like the little jump off and the you still hear all of that, and that's just how nicely well made these games are. They're just really delightful just to be in and be around. And there's no more here. But unfortunately this is another trap mission where we have to just survive a certain amount of rounds. So yeah, we'll just go and do that.
Did you pick up the epic swag yet?
No, where is that? Oh yeah, and it also introduced the other laser. Did I get back to the engine? I don't know. I'll pick it up some point during this level.
I think Satanic is becoming the epic swag man.
Yeah, he is the epic swaggeroonie. Oof, okay. That's fine. I'll just move over here. Shoot down here. So the gimmick behind these lasers, which are slightly different than the other lasers in the game, is the fact they have a giant laser beam. Has a long distance shot right there. They charge up one turn with a set angle, so that will always fire that way. So you can sort of dodge out of the way of these shots, which is kind of nice. I'll move this down now, get the shot on that. Unfortunately, the bad part about them is that they're slow. Okay, that was a bad shot. They're slow to charge up, so it's better to just get rid of them when I can.
I'm going to compliment the sound effects again and just say that for a change, a lot of games do it. These laser shots do not sound like laser blasters from Star Wars or lightsabers from Star Wars. They've got their very own unique sound effects to them, but they sound, as much as it can be possible, quite realistic as well, with all the ricocheting and all the sort of very, very impressive sound design. Yes, very impressive sound design.
Alrighty then, so let's figure out what's best to kill. So we can kill this one over here.
I also like that the turrets here are disco balls.
Oh yeah, they are, aren't they? Well, they're not really turrets, are they? They're little, I don't know, things.
That's what I imagine them to be.
Yeah. Oh well, these things.
Yeah.
It's a shame. They're the shield, protect shield crystal things.
Oh, those are the crystals. Okay.
Yeah, those are the crystals. Also, I don't know if you noticed this. It made me smile when I was looking at it. But we actually lost our hat and we picked up the enemy's like helmet thing, and he's just sort of got like a Terminator helmet thing on. And I think we have collected the epic swag since I don't see him anywhere on this mission. Like if I press M here, if I press M here, I don't see any yellow gold. So. I don't. Oh wait, yeah. I was like, I don't see any enemies. Whoa. There's a big one right there. With 22 health. Well, I don't see any enemies, he says. There you go. Now it's dead.
Did you pick up the epic swag yet?
I assume so, my friend.
Can't go without your epic swag.
So I've killed all the enemies early, so that means I can just end turns early. And we're already perfectly in the ending space, so I can just mash F here and mash space. Beautiful. And don't even have to kill all those guys. Full on production.
Sorry to interrupt. You mentioned earlier on about the star reduction for dying. Is there any other ways that you can lose stars? Or was it just dying?
It's pretty much just dying. If you complete the objective, you get a thing. If you, yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh,
Good.
also on harder difficulty, you get more score and experience as a point, but I don't see that being actually relevant. I just remembered it myself, to be fair.
Is there any other point to the stars than the checks you have during halfway through or something?
Literally nothing else. Or else I would actually just route out, I would have purposeful deaths, because sometimes like I have to go to a location then come back. Otherwise I would just send a guy out, have them die, and then just go out. So unfortunately this is a mission that I've slightly made a small mistake on, with the fact that I've taken more than one character in. This is a mission where it would be very much optimal to only run with one dude. But that's fine. And unfortunately it is the big heavy dude that I brought along with me, so it's fine. He just has a little bit of extra movement to take off there. This is the Tower of Communication, so now after destroying this, they won't be able to communicate with themselves that well. So I'll just do this a second here, shoot the tower, decide where we go. Hey, guess what we have to do? I already did it.
Wait for the big pick up the epic
I already
swag.
did it, man. You're too late.
Epic swag.
So good thing I did bring him along there, is because I could use that turn to actually taunt with everyone. So it made it so we got by without any issues right there. What do we not care about that?
Something we haven't mentioned. Obviously, we know there's the 3 sections to the game. How many levels are there in each, or how many missions, sorry, do you have to necessarily complete? I take it we're not completing every single mission
We are not
that is
completing
available.
every single mission.
Yeah.
There are some optional missions. There's some optional harder missions. Like if I just look around, there's some extra little nodes we can go to. Like there's a gun store over there. Sweet, we just pick up a better weapon. Nice. Over there, I've got to put a hat on. What do we fancy? Cool. Terminator. Not Terminator. Alien. Or Predator. I don't know. What do you think?
That's a good question.
Let's ask chat. Donate money to find out. Give us your opinions.
And you know what they could donate the money to?
What could
The
they donate the
two-player,
money to?
one-controller Super Mario Galaxy level. Who wouldn't like to see that?
I've managed myself a hat.
I would certainly like to see that 2-player, 1-controller run. If we can get the donations in, that'd be fantastic.
So yeah, sound just went really weird there, and also my guy's now got a grenade launcher again, and you know how much I love those. So yeah, I'll just have to deal with it really.
Did you pick up the epic swag yet?
Not yet, man. Not yet. Just freaking. Yeah. Okay, I will.
Too busy shooting things.
Thank you.
I mean, I've got a hat now. I think I'm done with
Yeah,
all the stuff I have to do.
One
for
sec,
this.
I'll shoot off that eventually. Yeah, let's do that. He's all slow and has to catch up. Where is the epic swag? Probably somewhere around the top there or around there. Okay. So, thank you. Okay.
It's the only benefit of the epic swag to give you an extra star.
Yep. Well, also it gives you an item. I suppose there's that too. and so that means we have better items going through the game. So that's nice, I guess. Yeah, that's probably something important I should mention. But you can just get good items from just. That's a bit weird. Oh, I think I actually have to go through that way. Yeah. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so luckily I have a grenade here. So there's a guy that has a big shield about him, and he's in a real tight corridor, so I couldn't actually really get around him that well. But luckily I had a grenade and I could just throw it in the loop there, kill him off. Because oh hey, I picked up the epic swag. Whoa,
Well done.
funny how that works.
Epic swag.
Whoa. Okay, yeah, you actually have an extra movement. There we go. Usually that dude spawns in that room there, and I can just go around him. Not usually spawning in the upper room there. There's also quite a few vertical levels here now, which the jetpack makes a lot easier since they can jump up an extra level appropriately with that jetpack. Okay, that's a weapon stuff. The max level in this game is 10, and we usually do hit that max level cap, which is why I was like, I don't really know why you would need to play on a higher difficulty to get increased XP, because I usually seem to hit level cap going through the story pretty casually anyway. Okay, there's one. Okay, that's fine. We can just go through this mission. A buzz about bombs. So this introduces the turret characters who produce bombs each turn. So it's actually useful to have heavy weaponry here, just so I can. Cool, I can do this to. I can't get a better shot on this. Maybe I can get a little angle there, deal a little bit of damage on him. But unfortunately, since we are playing with the grenades right now, they'll ricochet off of the shields rather than actually just impact into them. Can I get a... No, I can't. Let's just see if I can just get a shot off there. Okay, I hit the shield. Unfortunate. The bombs are shootable, so we can eliminate them. If I got the angle right there, I could have potentially shot both the bomb and the shot both targets there, but I didn't quite get that right. I'm just gonna shoot the bomb here, just to not take too damage.
You did mention the other sort of titles in the series earlier. What chances are, do you think, potentially of a sequel to this?
SteamWorld Heist? Oh, that'd be cool. I just missed the bomb approaches, but I just took one damage from it. It'd be nice. I'd like it. It'd be fun to have a little go with. They just finished producing their SteamWorld Quest game, so
yep.
They may take a year or two to make another game, since they seem to be doing this basically like every year, which is pretty awesome. Go here and I can just not hit the grenade off the side and make some more damage. Or at least it won't hurt me as well in the process. It'd be nice to do that, but whether it actually happens or not is another question.
So a new thing popped up in the UI. The number at the top is how many turns you have left.
That isn't quite new, but it might be the first time you've noticed it. Sorry. Yeah, it's a it's until the threat level increases. This number here.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Oh, okay. I didn't realize he hadn't done that. Which is super nice.
Did you pick up the epic swag?
I guess a good question.
No, I did not. I don't know.
Talking about epic swag,
Yeah.
the runner of Super Mario Galaxy 2 just informed me what level they're going to be playing 2 players on controller if it's met.
Is it the epic swag level?
It is the epic swag Final Bowser.
Ooh. Now
Even more reason.
that is a level you should check out.
Yep.
Only 155 more euros till it's met.
Yes.
Got a bit of time for that as well, so make sure you get your donations in. That would be fantastic to see that.
I'm glad I put some money into that already.
Oh, that was a mistake. So I'm going to press M here just to check over the map. Oh, there's the epic swag. Well, rip that.
Oh! Rip the epic swag.
Sorry, we're all a buzz about bombs here. We're only getting 1 star since we had a the guy die. So that's not too fun. Hopefully we just do the rest of the levels quite well. I don't know if I've so far I haven't missed a start, and it's okay to miss a few. It's just I try to go through all of them, just in case I do have an unfortunate situation like that. Okay.
Oh, beam me up.
Yeah, we're gonna beam him up. Scott. E.
Beam me up. There we go.
So this level is all about the beam turret guys, surprisingly. We saw one of them earlier, and we'll be killing another one here. So I need to actually, on a more serious note, I need to start, yeah, so they start charging their lasers. Which is a reference to an old joke a long time ago. Yeah, I need to start using one of the other characters to upgrade them a little bit more. In actual fact, let's just eliminate him from the battle. We have to kill 3 of them in this mission, so let's just go do that. And I should go pick up the epic swag as well. Make sure I do that. I only had someone telling me to remind me of that.
Yeah, you just immediately jumped right into the epic swag, man. I couldn't even have. You didn't even give me the opportunity. I usually do it halfway just to make sure you didn't forget it. But
Thank you. I appreciate your thought and attempt. And everything else you do in life, man. You're a great person, and I appreciate you. Real hours.
that sounds so sarcastic.
No, you're a cool guy. You're a cool guy. Hey, that's your own power of belief.
The only
Okay.
thing I would say there is we're British, we're good at it.
I mean, yeah, I can't deny it. Okay, so the epic swag should just be somewhere over here, or over here, or somewhere else. Clearly, we have to get the angle right, but luckily we
Nice.
get impact there.
Lovely.
Glad that happens. Okay. So, unfortunately, the epic swag just does get a little bit harder to find. It's usually behind just some sort of doors, which are like easily significable in the earlier levels, but it's a little bit harder in this one. There it is. Okay, we're good. So all I have to do is kill that dude left, and we'll be done. So there's a door there. So let's just leave that area. That will actually that might hit me at the angle, not that one. It's taking a little bit. 125? Ah, cool. We're getting there. Through the levels quite nicely. That shoots that. Cool, okay, that's the cell. Cool. I don't think that's an angle we can actually get to from here, so we'll just take out one guy. Speaking of taking out one guy, we didn't. So, can we do anything else here? We can jump down there and just jump down here, really, just to try to bump them all up. So at least next turn I can actually do something. Luckily they're going to all charge the lasers this turn, and I can dodge out of the way, which is nice. Any more questions from the couch, just to keep on things rolling?
Just in general, we saw the bodies in the test tubes earlier. Are they of any significance to the story?
I'd love to answer that. I don't really have much of an answer for you there, to be honest. That might actually be bad, so I'll make sure to get rid of that guy. Yeah, like, I think he shows up at the very end, and it's kind of weird that he does that. Honestly, and it's a bit confusing myself. If I paid a few more, like, attentions to the story, I might understand it a little bit better. Because I'll be honest, I played through this semi-casually speedrunning it. So I played this through casually, and then afterwards I was like, alright, well I guess I have to speedrun this now, so I'll just give it my best shot playing the rest of it through, just to give it a go. And gotta finish that mission there, and that's everyone. Beautiful, finished out. I was worried because one of the dudes was low on health. Yeah, so he's weird. I don't know if he's a reference to like a prior game or something like that. I feel like he probably would be. Oh, nice. That's actually a good trinket we picked up there. You saw earlier we had a little item that gave us like a 1 extra free shot, which dealt a certain amount of damage. We picked up the 1 extra free shot, which dealt 5 damage. And 5 damage is important because that's how much health the little shield guys have. So. Oh yeah, okay, we'll have to dock here first, because we gotta go to here and say hello to Moon, and then say goodbye to Moon, as we do with pretty much everyone in this game, since we can skip dialogues, which I really do love.
What is the number in the minimap for the 20,208?
Whereabouts?
And the minimap in the just previous to this. I
I'll,
asked it a bit late.
yeah, I'll find out after the break. We'll just make sure we can equip
Never
this.
mind, I found out.
Okay, what was
What's
it?
the drop thing? It said value, so I expect. I think that's money then.
Yeah, probably. I'm not entirely sure what you're thinking about, so... Alright, so what we got here? Okay. So I'm going to try to run and gun all the way down to a bit better of a location, which it really isn't, so I'm just going to go here and shoot the...
We were fighting tax collectors in the second section.
Yep, now we got aliens.
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 Excellent.
Because in the vault, we accidentally let free some aliens.
Accidentally let free some aliens.
I don't know, they look cute.
Some aliens.
They look cute.
Hey, that's right.
Hey, funny how that works. We've just got to kill one more dude, and that's it for the mission, and he's just over there. So if we can get a shot, yeah, we can kill him now. Nice. We were able to kill him before he got close enough to the shield, so we didn't have to actually kill the shield, which is nice. Actually, some important movement there. So if you do just take way too much time in this mission, turrets will start to spawn and everything will get ham and scary and all that stuff, but we just got through it quite quickly, which was nice.
Wait, are you the cowboys and are they the aliens?
I won't deny that fact. Because, no, we're the cowbots.
Oh, we're cowbots. Oh,
Yeah, cowbots.
I read that one then.
Yeah.
It's cowbots versus aliens, no copyright.
Yeah, no copyright here.
Space cowbots versus aliens?
Space cowbots versus aliens. Funny how that works. That's another grenade thrower. That's another gun. Let's actually give you... Okay, you can't use that gun. That's fine. Can you use anything? No. Okay, that's not good. Give you that gun instead then. And give you... Alright, we've just got a lot of heavy weaponry going on here, so that's unfortunate. We'll have to just not include... we'll just have to not include payroll in this mission. Actually, there's not really a good weaponry choice we have here. That's unfortunate. We'll just include payroll just to have a good person going through, and hopefully we get a better weapon going through this. You don't matter as much having weaponry, so let's just equip the weapon onto you and get rid of the weapons we're not using right now, just some inventory management. Yeah, it's all good.
We've got quite a few different characters here. How many in total are there in the game, and how many do you actually use for a speedrun?
So we can only use a max of 4 at a time. Some missions have less than that. We kind of pick up the ones along the way, the ones that just aren't hard to find. So I'm just going to look at the map here just to see whereabouts we are. Okay, so the very special thing about this mission is just to keep going down. And so first I'm just going to head all the way over to the right first, and then head all the way down. Since there's a special thing that is at the very bottom of this map, and it's the bottom.
Might it be the epic swag?
I was about to ask. I was just about to say to Satanic, what are we going to ask about here?
Oh man, I wonder. Ha ha ha. Please. Oh, wait. Oh yeah, I forgot what that is. Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. I don't know. Might be. Who knows? We'll find out after this. It's actually really good. We got really super lucky there, and there was just a really clear... Oh, there was a guy there. I didn't even notice. There was a really clear path all the way to the bottom of the map, which was really nice. And we'll use you to bring down as well. Sweet. Unfortunately, we can ricochet there a bit.
Even the external aesthetic of the spaceship is different here. We've got sort of spiky bits and various things on here.
Yeah. Oh, there's a guy up there. Sweet. Glad thing. Good I noticed that. Alrighty then. So the special thing about this part is the fact that there's a big guarded place, but if we go through the middle first, we're pretty much good and golden. I'll use Ivanov's ability to taunt a second, just so we can all get through here safely. The annoying thing about this section is the fact that there's actually not many spaces for us to evacuate, so there can sometimes be a situation where enemies go there, and we won't actually have enough room to evacuate. So we've just got to make sure everyone is able to get on a space here, and it looks like everyone is able to. Do you have a question?
Where was the epic swag?
Nobody knows. No, I just didn't bother picking it up. Then.
You didn't bother picking it up.
But the stars, dude. The stars!
But what use am I then?
But we're just. I mean, like you've got a very cool use, and it's to fill conversation and make memes. Great time. Okay, so hopefully we did get a weapon there, which is actually good. And see, the reason why I was fine there is because we already got over our little cap that we had to go up to.
All right.
So you knew all along that you didn't need the epic swag.
I've been played by Tricrow.
I got you. No, I mean, I thought it was around 20 or something, and it was 23, so I'm glad I actually did get enough for it. So what I'm saying is there, I lied to you. The fact that I actually knew. But that's fine. Need to move you out for you, if I can. Unfortunately, we still don't have really a good weapon now, so we just have to swap out for you. And swap out armor. We want to upgrade that guy a little bit, just still only level 6. That's fine, we'll just keep on going. Any other? Yeah, you can put on that.
We're getting fairly close to the end.
Yeah,
now?
we're getting quite close to the end here. Time is coming up soon. No, it's not. It's not. I'm lying. Sorry. We have.
Debated once again.
That's cool. The more the merrier.
Is that guys for jumping up ready?
Oh no. No, I'm not finishing. Oh crap! We lost our hat.
I got one.
No, you don't. I don't believe you.
Look around then.
No, I can't do that. That would lose time, man. I'm trying to go underestimate.
Trying.
Try. So
You mean in this game or in general all your games?
I mean, if I go like a couple minutes underestimate in this game, that would be like, oh yeah, that'll be a net positive in all my games. So that'll be fine. And game moves over slightly. Oh hey, should I pick up the epic swag?
I'm not gonna bother.
Hey look, I just picked up the epic swag. Whoa, you happy? Are you proud?
There you go, you got the epic swag.
Oh, let's see if I can get this shot. Yeah, cool, I got that shot. That was real nice. Okay. There you go. So the thing about this mission is the replicator. This is adding a new little like turret type. Basically every turn, another dude will spawn through this replicator. So just gotta kill this thing quick, essentially. 2 of those will spawn in the final mission, essentially. And it's already dead. Sweet. Well, hopefully the evacuate space is over there. Oh, great, lovely. It's really far away. So it's now going to explain to me what sniper weapons are like. I never really used them since they're kind of slow, to be honest. So I'm just going to continue not to use them. And go over there. Essentially, it's like a sniper in XCOM 2, which is something we also never used in that category. Essentially, I can shoot, but I can't shoot after my second move. So it's pretty unoptimal to use, which is why I was trying to swap him out. But unfortunately, this is the only real weaponry we can use, so we use it.
Quick question. There isn't a sort of reaction shot or sort of Overwatch mechanic in this game?
No,
compared
there is
to
not,
XCOM?
because this is all your own angles and abilities of your own. So, oh yeah, there's people in these tubes and everything.
I was going to ask about them, yeah.
I just
Horrible looking.
noticed that, man.
Yeah.
They're trying to replicate humans, because humans don't really exist anymore, I think, is the whole lore behind that. Which would make sense, this is the whole replicator planes. Yeah, man. Big brain.
200 IQ plays here.
Yes. Actually, I'll have you find we're robots, so it's infinite IQ plays. I was really expecting a response.
Me too, I saw the hand move over.
I'm just so amazed I can't even come up with a response.
I don't know if you know this, but we're charged and ready to go. Hey guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
sounds good.
It's okay. This is a mission where we have to. What was it again?
Not pick up
Ah,
the
we
epic
have
swag.
Yeah, you're right. This is a mission where I should have really brought in only one character, since we just have to go to a location. I brought in extra just to be a little bit safe. But if I was going to be as fast as I wanted, I would just YOLO through all of this and just try to be as fast as possible.
Marathon safety in a Tricrow run.
Whoa, who would do that? Man, the last time I tried to do a marathon safety strat, I actually screwed up the run due to it.
Alright, the safe scholar.
No. Well, I mean, there was that. Yeah, you're right. Oh, hey, look. Just picked up the epic swag. No, it was a Renowned Explorers run at ESA Winter, where I tried to do a safe strat to make sure I got the reputation level to finish, but because I did that, I didn't have enough health, and I kind of screwed up the mission and died due to it, which was pretty brutal, and I lost it. It was fucking sad. It was my first run that actually failed at a marathon. I had to scrap it. And that was due to trying to do safe strats. Oof. So we're about to get out of this mission here, because it's quite quick. Oh no, we lost our hat again. So we're actually, okay, we've got 2 missing hats here. This is pretty atrocious luck we've got going here. No, it's fine. It's okay. This is the end of the mission. Okay, no, it's not. I'll at least use Abs of Steel just to make it so it survives a little bit longer and gets taunted. So
I know this might be sacrilege to suggest it, but does the hat actually do anything apart from look really, really good?
yeah, of course it does something. As I said earlier, I generally think it.
And that, of course, the shooting that off.
I
as well.
generally think the enemies aim at the hats sometimes, so it gives you a lower chance to get hit.
So it's a headshot?
Yeah, it's a hat shot.
I'm glad I have not put this water in my mouth yet.
Why?
I'm still waiting for a wheel punch from you to Satanic.
I've asked Tricrow to go for it, but he's
What?
been too much on a roll lately to give one.
I think he's tired of it.
Ah, tires. Sorry, I'm too good. This music's too good for me to be angry. Real chill hours.
Like this is cool.
It's only the opening of the song. We don't even get to hear anything. Like, it goes into the lyrics and stuff. Oh, those are the 3 characters that they play, by the way. Like, it'll look exactly like those guys. I'm actually going to go to this gun store over here. Yes. There's also a hat store there. We haven't gone to that. So who would go to a hat store? Oh, clearly no one else thinks they add any value to this game. The ladders, am I right? They're hard to get. Okay. I have to actually sell some things first. So let's sell that. Buy that. We can also buy another one. Perfect. So let's go buy that a second. We don't particularly need... we can sell that. We don't particularly need the extra... That's a rocket launcher instead. I'll buy that instead of the actual other grenade launcher that we have, just so I don't scrub some shots there.
You can never have enough rocket launchers.
Yeah, that's probably actually a grenade launcher. Yeah. From what I remember, it's a multi-hit grenade launcher, and we're about to start the final mission.
Ooh,
I
good
was going
stuff.
to ask, it looks like a bigger spaceship.
Yeah, because it is. Nice. That's unfortunate, actually. Move that there, and can't use the rifle on it. That's fine. I actually want to swap you out with you anyway. I need to buy another rifle because I made a mistake. Shh. What? Shh. I didn't make a mistake. Hey. I'm glad you think that. I didn't notice. It's fine. Okay, so we're just selling some items here to get through. That should be good. So they just didn't have a weapon type that we needed, so unfortunately I had to buy Endeavor Assault. Just since weapons were already weird in this game. Actually, yeah, that's fine. And put extra armor on you, and yeah, that's about all that we start with. Extra hats. You're all hatted up. Okay, final mission time. On the far side of the moon.
Ah, very nice.
Not the dark side.
Not the dark side, not the dark
no.
side of the moon. So this mission is a little bit long, so it might take us a little bit of time. There's quite a cool gimmick behind it. I've got to spend my first few turns getting rid of the replicators. It's generally the first good thing to do. I can do this and then hopefully get the shot off the kill there. Survives on 1, that's unfortunate. So I'll just finish up with this. I actually picked up some really weird guns, but that's fine, I'll manage. Go over here, run all the way over, and make sure I do a 1 shot first, and then a 2nd shot, just to deal damage. Spread these guys out a bit, so move that guy over there. You can get a shot down on you. Nice, yeah, it was that sort of gun I thought it was. And here's the boss. He stays in the middle the whole time and rotates his big laser, essentially. And that's his whole thing, shtick he has going for him. And we can only attack his backside. So, yeah, this part. So there's the first little bit of damage on it. And here's the next little bit of damage.
This laser gimmick doesn't really seem to be that efficient because you have to
Yeah.
wait a whole turn and you can just move out of the way.
Yep, that's the whole point. It's pretty easy to deal with, really. Which is a bit unfortunate for a final boss, but I'm happy that it's not as hard from a speedrun perspective. Ah, shame I didn't get all the hits there. Or just deal damage there. Goes through different phases of things just getting more and more hectic. That's why I'm trying to eliminate as much as I can from the fight with my other dudes. Just to make it so, okay, he moved locations as well, so let's just get the shot off there. Alright, 5 to 1. Nice. I'll use this attack to just get one on him, and then hopefully attack the guy that's above him straight. With the build damage.
Love that smashing glass effect, or the sort of shattering metal effect again.
Yeah, it's real cool.
Very
Love
nice.
this game.
Yeah.
Please buy this game.
Hopefully where you can interact with the environment as well.
Exactly. It's those little attentions to detail that really enhance any game, really.
Because yeah, you can bounce off anything here. Like all of these things are all like things you can. Okay, so that's one of the first phases done. So we'll start spawning more of these little globes that are around him. So we're
Disco
gonna
balls.
Yeah, more disco balls. Also, okay, so you have your turn first. I can't quite get a shot there, I don't think. Okay, I got one off. Am I right? Oh well.
So Tanik, have we forgotten something?
Is there epic swag in this level?
Oh man, you'll see after the level ends. This is where I debate you, and there actually is epic swag in this level. Because you assume from my predecessor that there isn't epic swag in this level now.
I think you're presuming that I still care.
I do presume that, because I can, man. I can. Oh, okay, that's fine. Don't worry. Cool, we got that shot off, and just one more shot like that. So I'm trying to eliminate the guy, the bomb explosive guy at the top, just so he's out of the way, because he'll eventually start stacking up damage if I keep on letting him do stuff. Get a shot off there on you. I got the kill shot, killing one of the, and unfortunately only hit one of the dudes there, which is unfortunate. We'll keep on going. I'm saving the other extra pot shot for another shield later on. I'll actually, no, I won't move up here, I'll just move back down and get more damage out. He'll probably go through his the next phase soon as well. There we go, let's basically do the same thing as we did before here. Alright, that wasn't that. So sometimes aim is great when you're trying to aim fast. And this will probably start the next phase, so is there anyone else we can kill? Ah, okay. Oh, yeah, I'll start with the next phase.
Very nice.
Preferably, I'd like the next phase to start on the beginning of my turn, so it's not immediately the enemy's turn. So, we'll do as we can. If this girl is a higher level, I could do more mad dogs, which essentially means that turn she can fire as many shots as she wants, which is pretty cool. So actually, let's do a free one here, just to. Okay, let's just redo that because I'm not gonna not waste that.
Just notice how the glass that could be shattered only loads in when you're right next to it.
Okay, so let's aim a little lower this time than this shot. Cool, I actually did hit this time. Thank God. Okay, aiming this. Wow. Okay, it's still protected by that. Okay. Oh well, let's just keep on going. There was still this thing that orb was protected by and just blocked my shots, which was unfortunate. Any other ones I can hit from here? Not really. I can do this one over here.
One thing we haven't really commented on during the run is that I like the almost sort of fusion of genres that you've got going on here. Okay, it is a sort of turn-based strategy game, but there's a lot of other influences throughout that, and it's definitely quite a unique experience, and I've definitely enjoyed watching it. It's been fantastic, actually.
I'm glad to hear that. What are some references that you've noticed, for example, just to put it out there?
Not particular references per se, but more the sort of the way the game itself. For example, well, one thing you mentioned references. It gives me an almost sort of cowboy. Start again. Words are hard.
Your words are hard. I can't confirm that fact.
A Cowboy Bebop sort of, or even what's Serenity Firefly sort of vibe. I mean, obviously it's robots, but that's from a story perspective. That's kind of what I got from it.
Ah, cool. Yeah, I can see that. Alright, so let's actually just focus a little bit on our shots and everything that we're doing here. We want to move you down a little bit so you can get hit by a laser beam. That's fine. If I actually kill the laser beam, maybe. Oh, I can't shoot there. Oof. Okay, that's fine. Any good? I can get a little bit of damage on you. That's about it, though. Try to get another shot on this the orb there, because you'll get in the way eventually. Nice, more damage there, and nothing really else I can do there. I'll try to rotate a little bit around if I move to there. He'll hopefully target that guy next, maybe? Not quite, but that's enough for me to actually get a shot on him. He'll deal some damage to us here. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but we'll take what we can while we can take it. It's a little bit of damage as well. Alright, so you do a lot of damage, please. Thank you. Next phase! Woohoo. Which is, I think, the final phase where just way too many of them spawn. Oof. Yeah, man. They don't stop, and there's a few more of those dudes that open up as well. So let's just start off by going over here and shooting this thing. Then you can, let's say, move up to here. Let's shoot the one that's closest to us first, so we don't definitely screw up. Then slightly below. The angle on the shots are slightly throwing me off. The fact that they multiply into multiple, but I suppose I'm getting used to it.
Can the kill shot not be changed?
Unfortunately, she gets only one kill shot. The Mad Dog ability is you can get as many kill shots as you like per turn. Unfortunately, I kind of screwed that one up, but you can only do as well as you can.
I take it you have to kill all these sort of chains before the shield will go down on the main boss.
Yeah, I have to kill all the disco balls to get that done away with. I can use the run and gun ability here just to get over this and actually get that ball there. You can target. You won't be able to get that shot that well, other than I can go for up here. Unfortunately, there's no other location that you'll be able to shoot well from. Nice. Okay, we got that shot on. And a kill shot, but I don't think there's another one we can eliminate from here. So let's just shoot that down there. Shoot some damage. Sure. Let's try to get the final hit on this one with this, because this opens up and we can start doing more damage here. Nice. So he's only got about 30 health left. Time happens on the thoroughfare, so it's a little bit soon, so we'll be getting there soon. It's not quite a PB, it's not quite a world record, but oh well, it's still a decent run, and it's been enjoyable nonetheless.
It's been fantastic,
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Especially the ricochet shots are just beautiful.
Yeah, we were just playing pool before this, so I feel like I had practice.
I was there.
Yeah, he can confirm that fact. 1 health left. You ready, guys? Hey, it's not quite time yet. It's just when the big and time. There you go.
Well done.
Nice.
That was absolutely fantastic.
There is still a little bit of just some reason time ends, but that's not when the in-game timer ends. Some reason, oh man, the mods of this are a little bit weird. I have to get up to the early ending bit, so I'll just do that now quickly, just to see what the in-game time is. Also, this is the Vast Frontier. Another thing I did. So, far side of the moon. It'll complete the mission. I'll just go through this. We still have 2.5 minutes before my estimate, right? It was 1:55?
Correct.
Yes, okay, so I'll just at least show that off a little bit. if that's all okay. I'm Tricrow. This was a fun run. I enjoyed it. Thank you, BSG, for having me. This was my last run at BSG. And here's the final little cutscene.
Victory being theirs, the heroes of the day leave the dark depths of space behind them.
Yay.
Because of their bravery,
Can I just say a big
they
thank you
can
to
now return
Tricrow.
to a world that is a
Fantastic
bit more
run.
fair
Really
and
appreciated.
just
Also,
as
really
before.
appreciated the honour of being
But
on your
will
couch
this
and
party
speaking
crew finally
about
find
this game. It was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I loved turning
Satanic.
it. It was quite fun. It's even though it's really early.
Hey, so that was what, sub 150 in game time. That's nice.
Right.
Cool. Yeah, well, that's all I really have to say. Thank you for enjoying SteamWorld Heist with me. Hey, maybe SteamWorld Heist 2 could eventually come out, and I'll run that here as well.
Legend has it. Ivan is still lifting that dumbbell.
He is. Like, look right there. On the yeah. Thank you. On to the host and on to everything else. Thank you very much.
Cheerio for now.
Alright, with that we're gonna go into an information and with a little ad break. Up next we have Frosty, Shadow Frost 43 and the plumber himself playing Super Mario Galaxy. Hope to see you soon, guys.